Hi, I'm Paul Aldridge. Welcome to Australasian Bus and Coach TV. I'm here today to test drive two buses, the Yutong. I've got the C12 and the C12E. One's electric, one's diesel. We're going to take the diesel one for a drive first. Let's go. So I've just jumped behind the brand new Yutong C12, and I must say that it's driving quite nice. So we're going to head out and we're going to take it for a ride today and see what this one goes like. So sitting here in the driver's compartment, I must say that the C12 has got a nice layout. I've never sat in a C12 before. Everything seems to be right at my fingertips. I know I say that a lot, but I do like the way that they've sat these switches here on an angle that, you know, you're not going to use them all the time, but they're right here. You're not reaching out. Everything is at my fingertips, as you can see. We've got some controls on the steering wheel that control, you know, various applications. But everything that you need from day-to-day checks is just here, right in front of me. I don't need to be scrolling through anything. Air conditioning functions here. Very easy to turn the temperature up and down and fan speed and various things. I think that being able to control the aircon is a must. If you've got a passenger that's cold or hot, you can just adjust that quickly on the fly. When it's preset, I don't really like it. I like to be able to control it to the environment that I'm in at that present time, whether it's winter or summer. So we've just headed off at the traffic lights. This bus has 340 horsepower. I can feel as though that there's plenty of power here without, you know, any compromise. You know, when you've got passengers on here, will not be a problem. Got two functions for electric blinds. No, there's nothing worse than reaching out to pull a blind up and down when you're driving, especially when you've got a seatbelt on, you're trying to concentrate on the road. You can just reach down there. You don't even need to look. Once you visualize where they are, they're quite simple. Up and down they go. That's easy. Window opens. Nice to have a window that actually opens if you want to get a bit of air or you just need to access, you know, in and out of the window to, you know, adjust your mirror. If you've knocked your mirror by accident, you can just reach out there and adjust that. Saying that, both mirrors are electric. They're both heated. Having heated mirrors, it's a welcome feature, especially in a bus. Most cars have it standard now, but in a bus, I think that's a welcome feature. Aircon-wise for the driver, I've never seen so many vents up here that you can adjust and put in different positions and blow air around for the driver. It's fantastic. Saying that, we've got some great ones here on the dash as well that are adjustable. You know, they'll work really, really well. Another key point that I've noticed, and I find, I live in the Blue Mountains and I get cold feet. There's a fantastic vent or two vents that I can see down here for the driver's area, and getting warm air, having it down low and having it transfer up is a real bonus, especially in freezing cold winter mornings. Two storage areas here just on the dash itself that's been utilised. We've got an area here with a couple of bottles of water for the driver or the hostess. And there's another storage here as well. It's only a small space, but you can put a couple of brochures, a couple of pamphlets, flyers, whatever. So here's the LCD screen for the 360 camera. As you can see, the 360 camera is monitoring this pedestrian walking outside. Here it is tracking them down the driver's side of the bus. They've gone around to the rear of the bus, and it's tracking them the whole time. Unbelievable. Every bus should now, in 2024 onwards, should have this feature. So standard with every Yutong bus is one drop-down TV screen, but you can have the option of an extra screen for an additional cost. So we're just going to do a bit of a walk around internally in the bus. Overhead height internally in the bus is 1920. Absolutely brilliant. Overhead storage compartments. They feel robust. They feel strong. Look, you're not going to fit a big suitcase or anything in there, but day bags, school backpacks, easy, no problems fitting in there. Let's move down to the back of the bus. We've got 2 steps just at the back of the bus because of the engine compartment. They've got a nice fabric on the seat. You've got an armrest that folds down and comes back up into position, so you can rest your arm on there, or you can have no armrest at all. And it's clearly round and smooth, very nice. You've got lap sash seats for all passengers, and the seats feel very, very comfortable. Very nice. We're looking at overheads here. We've got air-conditioned controls, vents for all passengers in all seats. You've got just like an aircraft. They feel very good quality. They've got a nice little clicking sound. They don't just move about very loosely. They've actually got staging in them, and that feels very nice. I probably haven't felt ones with that sort of staging in the system before. Overhead lights, press those lights on, they come on, you've pressed them off, they go off. They're working well in the full daylight. They'll even work even better at night, I think. You might even have to put your sunglasses on. The integration of USB ports in the back of seats, what a welcome thing. Look, USB ports, the controlling of those, the socket there looks really strong. It doesn't look like kids could fiddle with it. Look, they might be able to shove something in there, but I think the only thing they're going to shove in that hole is their USB charger to charge up their phone so they can keep talking to their friend who's in the other seat just over there. So we've had a really good look inside the C12. Let's have a look on the outside. So at first glance, it's very European with sleek headlights. In the bus, we have an access door on both sides with 400 litres of fuel available. If you want to access the diesel tank, you can get into here. Any serviceability, washing, cleaning, or just inspection. The storage space in here is fantastic. It's just plain timber underneath here, very strong. You can hold 800 kilos of luggage in here safely. And look, it's as big as half a football field. Look at these taillights, how this wraps around, and you've got this little panel that wraps right around here. It's very nice. Air vents, very nice, especially for the Australian conditions when it gets really hot here in summer. Most of the time of the year, other than the 3 months of the year, it's quite warm here. The 3-piece bumper, I think that's a well-suited item. Well, at first glance, it just looks very plain and simple, but if you knock that can be replaced. You don't have to pull this panel off. That stays there. You've got 3 independent panels, so if one gets damaged, you probably find that your left and rights probably get knocked. Easy to replace. There'll be a quick replacement panel. So the engine arrangement in the C12 is a Cummins 6-cylinder. It's a 8.9 litre. It has 340 horsepower with 1,600 newton meters of torque. And I must say, it's well suited to this bus. It's driven very, very well. It's not overpowered, it's not underpowered. I think it's just right at the sweet spot. Accessibility into the engine, daily checks, belts, easy to get to. You can see, quick check, see the belts are here, accessible, compressor, pump for the aircon. Everything is very basic and simple to get to. So we've driven the C12 Yutong, now we're going to drive the C12E. Let's go and check out the battery packs in this full electric bus. We have a 10-pack, 350 kilowatt system. As you can see here, there's intrusion bars here, but down here we've got these vertical intrusion bars with added safety down low. Charge ports. We've got one side here, and on the other side of the bus, we've got another side for the charge port. Accessing internally into the charging area. You can see there's the charge port here, And then we have 2 more battery packs here with those intrusion bars, those vertical heavy intrusion bars. And down lower here, we've got the air compressor. On the passenger side here, we have 2 more battery packs, power steering unit, and that additional charging port. In the C12E model, we've got 2 bins of storage. We've lost half a bin of storage because this storage area is actually, the bin size is a lot larger. So to go from diesel to electric, you've lost a little bit of storage area to accommodate the batteries. So here we are in the area with a nitrogen system. This is to help in the event of a thermal event. The 24-volt system operation for just standard stuff in the bus, and you've got an isolation switch here, just like the normal C12. So in the rear of the bus, we've got the BMS system here, we've got the power control unit, and we've got the cooling for both of those systems here. Very accessible, and you can see you've cooled levels very easily. I've just jumped behind the wheel of the C12E. Going from the C12 to the C12E is night and day. It just feels so much more soothing to drive. It's just smooth. The power steering on here is fantastic. Look, I'm turning one hand. Turning circle's really nice. Mirrors, they're great. The Yutong mirrors are really good. Drives well. But we are only in the car park here of the sporting field. We're going to head out in a sec and we're going to see how it behaves out on the highway. So we're just cruising through a country town here, and I've had to slow down to 40 kilometers an hour, and that's when the bus is doing regen. It's when you're on the brakes, it's recharging the battery, putting a little bit more charge back into the battery. So the drive motor in the C12E is 150 kilowatts. It has a massive 3,200 Newton meters of torque. So the peak takeoff is 350 kilowatts. And the regen is 350 kilowatts. So what you're drawing out, you can put back into the max regen. Yeah, so we're driving along the country road. We're doing 80 kilometers an hour. And we've had a few inclines. And the bus has plenty of power. You know, you could use this on day charters. You know, it just feels like any bus without all the noises. It feels more solid in some ways. I don't know if it's because of the lack of sound that you're getting. It feels very encapsulated. So there we have it. We've been driving the C12 and the C12E. One's a diesel bus, one's electric. We're just finished on the electric, but I wanted to talk about the diesel bus first. The diesel bus has been fantastic. It's a great bus, application-wise, charters, long distance, school bus, mining, it will do it all. No problems at all. But the electric bus is on another level again. The mannerisms of it on the road are quiet. It's pleasant to drive. Even its braking feels different. It's just up there, and it's wrapped up in the same package externally, and it looks the same, but they just drive so much different. Look, if you want to find out more, please go and grab a copy of the ABC Mag. We'll see you on the next one.